Hey everybody, it's me, Walida Cherie. In today's video, I want to talk to you about a little snippet from chapter 1 in Think and Grow Rich. So there's this guy named Edwin C. Barnes, and this guy had in his mind that one day he was going to work with, not for, Thomas Edison. Barnes was poor, he wasn't that intelligent, and he basically had no connections to Thomas Edison. But in his mind, he said, I am going to work with him, not for him. And so he took all the money he had, bought a train to East Orange, New Jersey, and he walked into the office where Thomas Edison was, asked for an interview, and he told him that he was going to be his partner one day. Now, Thomas Edison kind of thought it was funny because he's like, his looks definitely was not all that. And how could he be so confident to come into my office telling me that he's going to work with me? But Thomas Edison later on talked about how that was actually like something that stood out about Edwin C. Barnes. But at the moment, he didn't quite entertain that. So what happened was that he said, I like you. I'm going to give you a job. Basically, he made him like an assistant. Not a partner, but something like an assistant. He gave him all the tasks he didn't want to do. And he got paid a nominal wage. Now, somebody like Edwin C. Barnes could easily, or should have easily gotten discouraged because most people would, right? But he didn't. In fact, he saw it as an opportunity. He told himself that being where Thomas Edison could see him every day working was going to work out for him. And he was willing to do this for the rest of his life, trying. That is a madman. So months down the road, he's still doing his work. He didn't get discouraged. At least it's not in the books that he was discouraged. And he basically was just doing his job, happy every single day, because he knew even though he was getting paid a low wage, he was in the same building as Thomas Edison, therefore he still stood the chance of becoming a partner. So one day, Thomas Edison created this new machine, and he told all his salesmen about it. He's like really excited. And if you've never created something before and you've told all your family and friends about it, and none of them are excited, then you have no idea how that feels. So Thomas Edison created this machine. It's called the dictating Edison machine, I believe. And he could not convince his salesmen that they should sell it. They all just said no, like it's not going to work. They didn't want to waste their time. And so Edwin C. Barnes saw the reaction of his salesmen. And so he goes, opportunity. So what he did was that he approached Thomas Edison. He said, hey, I can sell that machine. And so Thomas Edison, finding somebody who thought like him that this machine could be sold, gave him an opportunity to try to sell it. Now, Edwin C. Barnes was able to sell this machine, which with Edison, it's like a no-brainer. This guy has to be good, right? So let's make him a salesman. So Thomas Edison said, hey, if you sold that one, I wonder how many more you could sell. So he sent him around the country selling this machine. Eventually, Thomas Edison said, this guy is really good. Like, I really like him. So he gave him a contract and he said, hey, how about we work with each other and you don't work for me anymore? And so they have a slogan that's called Made by Edison and Installed by Barnes. That's kind of like what was going around town when they were selling these machines. And so that's kind of the story of Edwin C. Barnes. He started off, he had no money. He had little education, he had no influence, he did not have good looks, and he had no connections to Thomas Edison. But he had initiative, he had faith, and he had the will to believe that he could one day work with and not for Thomas Edison. Edwin C. Barnes, he truly did magic. He truly showed us that you can think and become rich. And it's not really said how much money he made before he passed, but it is assumed that he made between $2 to $3 million. Considering he didn't even have enough money to buy the train ticket to get him to Thomas Edison's office, I would say this is something that you do not want to miss. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.